Freestyle is allows me honestly. Put the seat back in the Odyssey. Prodigy, little mama wanna suck in the swallow me. Whack ties. Welcome to the Check-in Report. Today's topic: Fat Joe steps down from doing the award ceremonies for BET Hip Hop Awards. Well, if you don't know, Fat Joe for a numerous of years have been hosting the BET Hip Hop Awards. And I gotta say, he's been doing a terrible job. All I hear is people criticizing how bad the quality of the award show is. People are have been voicing their concerns about I even watched the Joe Budden podcast say that they shouldn't even broadcast the hip hop awards anymore because the quality has gone down. The quality of the award show has gone down, and Fat Joe has been hosting the award ceremony for a numerous of years. But he has made, his statements that he will be stepping down from. He will no longer be, hosting the BET Hip Hop Awards. Should FBA be patting themselves on the back? Because I did send letters to BET. Yes, I did. I sent letters to BET regarding Fat Joe, but here goes his statement regarding he will no longer be doing the Hip Hop Awards with BET. Let's play that clip.
Show people that you could come from a place of beef and violence and all of the above and just actually become cool. You got to get the white boy. I said, yo, it's only one white boy. I'm like, yo, come on. Nobody talking like that 2024. Hi, I'm Fat Joe, and you watching Billboard News.
He did an interview with Billboard News, and he in the first beginning of the interview, he said that he will no longer be doing the Hip Hop Awards. Let's continue.
We got a legend here. I'm talking about BX Native. Just chilling with VP Harris not too long ago. He hosted the BET Hip Hop Awards for the
There you go.
consecutive year.
3 years.
Heavy hitter, legend, Mr. Fat Joe.
Thank you. I resigned as host of the BET Hip Hop.
He has resigned from the BET. Now, let me know, y'all. Did he resign? Because he's claiming that BET had no part in him resigning. He's claiming that he did it on his own will, that nobody influenced him or no one told him. I beg to differ. I believe he has been receiving considerably a lot of backlash. And, maybe people at BET or maybe people at Paramount told him, listen, Fat Joe, we won't be needing you this year in terms of the Hip Hop Awards. We're going to go in a different direction. You've been saying a lot of disrespectful things to FBA. But he's claiming that, he's stepping down and BET had no influence. I beg to differ. And we're going to get into why I beg to differ. And I'm going to show you the emails that I have been sending out. Let's continue.
Because, it's real shit. 2 Chainz said I've been monopolizing. So he said, yo, let me host. I know I could be a good host. I said, you know what, my brother? You could be the host next year.
You passed the torch officially?
Yeah. The 2 Chainz. I mean, BET don't know that. But,
he's saying BET don't know that.
Sidebar with 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I really want to do that. I was like, no question.
I love that. I feel like Chainz would be a good host, man. I mean, you held it down for 3 years, but it makes sense. You passed it.
Yeah, but he's claiming that he stepped down and yada yada yada. I beg to differ. I believe that people reached out to him and told him that he will no longer be working with BET in terms of that nature. Let me show you guys the emails. I have been sending emails. You know how I do. I'm quick to send an email. Let me read the email I sent to BET. And not only did I reach out to BET, I reached out to people that worked at BET. So I wrote to BET, dear BET, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to express my concern regarding the recent remarks made by rapper Fat Joe during his appearance on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast. His comments about foundational Black Americans, FBA, have sparked considerably backlash on social media with derogatory references that are deeply troubling. Fat Joe described FBAs using offensive terms and accurately labeled them as a hate group and racist. This characterization is not only unfounded but undermines the rich contributions that foundational Black Americans have made to the growth and prosperity of the United States. It is essential to recognize that this is a community diverse and cannot be reduced to harmful stereotypes like broke-in words, Fat Joe. Furthermore, regrettably, Fat Joe has not issued an apology or clarification regarding his statements. His previous comments included derogatory remarks about Black women. Further highlight a pattern of disrespect that is concerning. Using racial slurs and making disparaging remarks as a non-Black man is unacceptable, and I believe it does not reflect the values of your brand. I firmly believe that any form of racism, whether it is anti-Semitism or discrimination towards Black Americans, should not be tolerated. Given this context, I urge you to consider severing ties with Fat Joe if he does not publicly apologize to the foundational Black American community. Thank you for taking the time to consider my concerns. I hope your company will continue to stand for integrity and respect for all communities. Sincerely, The Check-in Report. So, I did send this to BET. And I told them how I felt. I told them that, the remarks that he made about FBA, did BET ultimately tell Joe, listen, bro, we're gonna part ways amicably. We're not trying to disparage you. We're not trying to make you look bad. We're just gonna part ways. We could part ways mutually. Let's keep it on the hush hush. Truthfully, the ratings have been bad for the Hip Hop Awards for the past 3 years. You've been hosting it. You've been doing a terrible job. We're gonna part ways amicably. And not only did I send this letter to BET, I sent this letter to people that worked at BET. A couple of people. I got a few emails from people that worked there at BET. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Patricia. I reached out to a few people that worked at BET, and not only did I reach out to people that worked at BET, and I reached out to the parent company. I reached out to Paramount. I reached out to Paramount. I reached out to the parent company because I thought it was important not to just talk to BET, because essentially BET, it's not owned by Bob Johnson anymore. It's owned by Paramount, I believe. Listen, I think it was very important that I did that. I think it was very important. Yeah, they're still owned by Paramount Global. I'm looking online right now. They're owned by Paramount Global. So I also reached out to Paramount in terms of this matter of Fat Joe saying disparaging things about foundational Black Americans. And I also wanted to talk about, his past of, talking about, Black women and rapping about, selling drugs to Black women and Black communities and all of the disparaging things that he said. I think it's important to BET to know this. But let me know what you guys think. I've showed you the evidence. I've showed you guys the proof. I've been sending emails to BET. I've been sending emails to people that work at BET. I've been sending letters to Paramount Global. You tell me, did FBA put a foot in Fat Joe's backside and got him kicked off the award show? Or did BET and Fat Joe decide to, split ways amicably? You let me know in the comments section. You let me know. Should FBA be patting ourselves on the back for this? Maybe this is a victory for us. But we will continue to put the foot, the FBA boot to the backside of fat Ozempic. But let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is the Check-In Report. We out.
Reppin' the road, foreign dollars on my name and they toes. These studies announce me, honestly, put the seat back.